Throughout the ages, many scams have been perpetrated, leaving millions destitute. He and his seer and his copper, Ponzi and his schemes, Enron, are all examples of a scam. But what if I told you there's another scam that's been hiding in plain sight? One that's so absolutely wild it cost me nearly $200 in 2 hours. What if I told you you've probably experienced it in your lifetime? Is it crypto or NFTs? No. Is it scam calls? No. Is it Epson's shitty printers? No, but good guess because those things fucking suck. The scam I'm talking about are arcades. Now, I'm not talking about your small mom and pop like classic arcades that only have like games from the 80s. I'm talking about like the super mega bowling laser tag arcade bar restaurants like Main Event or Penn Stack. I've been going to these places since I was a little kid. In fact, one year I had a birthday party. Unfortunately, we gave away the bowling pins I got. So I'm definitely qualified to talk on like how much of a scam these places actually are. First thing you gotta understand about these places is their pricing. If you're looking to play the arcade games, you'll need a game card, and typically the cheapest option is like $100 for 100 points. By the way, I'm basing all these metrics on Pinstack because that's the last one I went to. It's what compelled me to make this video. I went there with my girlfriend one time, and I was like, wow, this place is like way more expensive than I remember it being. Each game costs about 6 to 8 points. So for the cheapest games, you can play about 15 before you gotta pay another $20. The $20 game card will last a solo player like barely 30 minutes. Much less for a party of two.
But Sean, you can win prizes.
Yeah, you can, but you can also buy like 90% of the prizes like on Amazon for less than the game card itself. Like most of the prizes there are just like plastic. It's just plastic garbage or like a stuffed animal you can buy on Amazon. What sucks is that I'm like 99% sure they used to offer a card that has hours on it instead of points. In exchange, you just can't like, exchange for any prizes or play like certain games like, the claw machines. So for a loser like me who goes to play like an arcade to play DDR and nothing else, that's a great deal. But they don't anymore, so now I gotta go pay $3 per game for like 2 games of DDR. Then comes the attractions. Pinstack offers the usual like laser tag, bumper cars, rock climbing, all that stuff. And everything there costs around $5. Honestly, that's not a bad price. I'd say for like $10 for you and a friend to do one of these, that's a fine price. Now where they really get you is bowling. Bowling costs a shit ton of money during peak hours for like very little time. This doesn't include any meals or even shoes. Not even drinks, because those are expensive too. There's so many other bowling places you go for way cheaper, and you don't even have to split like a lane with somebody. So I went with my girlfriend. So everything I've just talked about is doubled. I spent about $150 for the both of us, which is crazy because we were there for like 2 hours. They nickel and dime you at literally every opportunity. Not to mention, Pinstack is just dirty. Like there's like grease. It's greasy everywhere, and just a lot of machines just also don't really work that well. Like I tried using one of the terminals to get you your game card, and it just like the touchscreen just didn't work. I had to try like 2 or 3 of them before I found one that actually worked. It was crazy. Like what? Where's all the money going? I know I'm mainly ranting about Pinstack, but Main Event and Dave & Buster's are not that much better. In fact, I go as far to say they're both more expensive and provide a worse value for the price. I'm mainly talking about Dave & Buster's and Main Event because Pinstack actually has decent food for the price, but man, this stuff is overpriced and garbage. Side tangent, while looking for a menu for Pinstack, I found this. Why is there a WTF platter? Does it mean, wow, that's fun? Main Event, food there, lousy, terrible. It's not even up for discussion. Dave & Buster's, they have a little more variety, but it's also still overpriced and garbage. I'm sorry, the value of just what you're getting versus what you're actually paying is crazy. Like there's a massive gap in between. You're paying like hundreds of dollars for like maybe 2 hours of like fun at most. For 2 people at least. I mean, I'm talking about this with like my girlfriend perspective. Like my girlfriend, you could go alone. I don't know why, but you could. You could also go with friends and you just pay for yourself. That works too. But it's just. I mean, once again, I'm an adult. I have a job. I have a girlfriend. So this place ain't made for me. It's made for kids. It's made for little kids. So Of course, I'm just speaking of experience from as an adult. And as an adult, I think it's just not really worth it for the price. There's like hundreds of like better, more places, better places that just give you way more for like way less. Like what I said, like Saturcade, Free Play, they give you so much more value for your time. Like you can go there and spend the whole day there for $15. Like yeah, they're like mainly they make money off of drinks and stuff, and I can't drink, so at least not legally. But I can't drink, so I can't really support them that way. I mean, they sell sodas too, but I don't really drink sodas either because those aren't really healthy. I'm trying not to die at 30 years old. Another thing is that pen stack is just way stimulating. Like I get overstimulated like some like I'm pretty good about like not getting overstimulated, but even I still get overstimulated, and pen stack like definitely brings it the worst. Like after that 2 hours, I was tired. I went home and it was like 8 o'clock. I took like a 2 hour nap with my girl. Like my girlfriend went with me. Like she can attest this. I was out for like 2 hours after that, and I've been to an actual casino, and I was like less overstimulated by that, which is crazy. Which brings up another point. These places are basically just casinos for kids. Like there's no windows, there's no clocks inside. You don't really know how much you're spending until like you lose it all. And everything there is just overpriced. Would I go to any of these places again? No. Unless my girlfriend wants to, then absolutely I would. I'm just saying there's just way better places, way better prices. Just don't go to these places. Don't support these places. Also, I'm not gonna rip like I'm not gonna blame any of the staff for this. Like I know I said like the food's not great and it's dirty. That's not the staff's fault. It's all corporate's fault. I know the people there. They're hardworking. Like it's not their fault. It's a purely corporate thing. So I'm not ripping on any minimum wage employees. It's my favorite. It's my favorite thing to do. I just love screaming at people who have like no say in anything over what like the company does. It's just my favorite thing in the world. In conclusion, major scam. They all need to be shut down or replaced with sports books and casinos.